Android Auto ถือว่าเป็นไฮไลท์สำคัญในงาน Google I/O ประจำปีนี้เลยนะคะเพราะว่า Google เขาตั้งใจเป็นอย่างมากเลยค่ะว่าอยากจะให้ Android ของเขาเนี่ยไปอยู่ในทุกที่ไม่ว่าจะเป็นในฝ่ามือข้อมือหรือว่าในห้องนั่งเล่นนะคะซึ่งเขาก็จะขอมาอยู่บนรถยนต์ด้วยการใช้ Android Auto ค่ะเดี๋ยวเราจะมาลองเดโมกันดูนะคะว่า Android Auto เนี่ยคืออะไรทำงานยังไงแล้วก็มันจะทำให้การขับรถของเราเนี่ยเปลี่ยนแปลงไปยังไงบ้างค่ะไปดูกันเลย
Short on time, so let me get started.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I'll just talk through if you need me to stop or do anything like
Okay.
that. Okay. All right. So what we're looking at here is Android Auto, and the goal of Android Auto is to get information to the driver in a way that's safer and easier. So rather than using my phone in the car, I got it put down, and now I'm using the systems in the car that are designed for driving. So I'm focusing on the road. I'm not looking at my phone down here.Once I'm in, I can use the systems in the car to navigate around through, for example, looking at the Maps app, the communications, the media and car apps. And what we're looking at here, if I click, we can see we're on the welcome screen. And with Google Now, with its understanding of places you've searched for online, maybe your calendar appointments, it's going to put front and center as soon as I connect the phone things that we think are relevant to you right now.
Yep.
But we want to look at some of these apps, so I'm going to go down here and actually dig into the apps and take a look, for example, at media.
Well, this is specially designed for controlling the screen.
Yeah, it's a good question. This is native to the Audi system, so in fact, regardless of Android Auto, this is how an Audi driver is used to working with all of the systems in the car. So it's a very comfortable, very familiar feel for them. Other car manufacturers may have a touch screen or a different configuration. So one of the benefits here is that Google and our partners take care of all the complexity of figuring that out, and app developers have a much easier time simply writing an app.
Okay, all right, and we were going to play some music.
Yeah, let's play some music. It's using the nice sound system. I also want to use controls in the car that are very natural to me as a driver, so I'm looking at the road and I can control things. Nice, clean, simple controls for working with the media. I can look at additional actions if needed. And in Google Play Music, maybe I want to go browse the entire library in a few different ways, looking at playlists, looking at the radio, and I'm just using my controller to navigate in a way that feels very natural to me here. But this is a platform, so we're really excited about what our application developers are going to bring to the experience, right? So if I look at the app picker for media, you can see we already have 10 partners that we announced yesterday that have apps that are Android Auto compliant. So if I go into it, now we're in Spotify. Important for the driver, it's very consistent look here, this sort of template, so I don't have to learn something new for every media app. But there's a way with coloring, you know, the color here, different actions on the menu, and also organizing content here that still lets the nice part about each app shine through, right? And also, oh, I'm in Spotify, I know what this means, I know that my playlists are here.
So it's very easy to use.
Very easy to use, yeah.
What about when you want to let the Google Auto send messages for you? You just have to use voice command.
Yep. So you can trigger this here. All of the texting is done over audio. So in fact, if I receive the text message, it would say, "You received the message. Would you like me to read it to you?" Yes. It'll read it. Would you like to respond? Sure. It will let me have this whole conversation while I'm looking on at the road.
Yeah.
Because it's your phone, of course, we can still look at contacts that you have starred or favorites, right? And call Nobu-san here. It's going to launch a phone call in the car. I'm going to hang up quickly because I think he's busy.
Okay. Can you demo how to use your voice to command
things? Of course, yeah. Let me go to Maps where we'll see a nice example of this.
Okay.
We're in San Francisco. Let's go somewhere.
All right.
Push the talk button right here. Navigate to Alamo Square.
Cannot reach Google at the moment.
Oh, I guess the network is a little busy. Let's try that one again. Navigate to Alamo Square.
Cannot reach Google at the moment.
Oh, it's okay. But I think it's amazing that there's a button especially to use the voice command.
Yeah, it's very, very typical for most cars. I mean, they all have this, so it's using something, again, that the driver's really familiar with right here.
Right.
We can also in maps go look at suggestions that are personalized for me. We can do navigation. Let me just try this one more time because it's pretty neat if we get it to navigate to Alamo Square.
Navigating to Alamo Square, San Francisco.
So it's loading
4th
this,
Street Northeast on Minna Street.
using the car system to inform
B.
me.
Use any lane to turn right onto 4th Street.
I can get alternate routes. So it's the common things a driver wants to do. I can go here and be in the middle of something else.
Right.
Turn right onto 4th Street.
Get an announcement here.
What about other kind of entertainment? Can you watch movies or play games? No, you're not supposed to be playing games on the road, but
Exactly,
the
yeah. So,
movies too. So music is good.
yeah, so we really don't want to see video in this system at this point. There are cases for it in the back seat perhaps, but this is not our initial focus. We want to make sure that this is out of the hand and you're looking here for the most
Okay.
part.
And this can be used with any Android devices, not just tablet, but what about smartphone?
Yeah, so it's a good question. The way we're using it today is with an Android phone because it has the data connection typically, and it has all of your contact information, of course, through your account. But with a tablet, for example, oftentimes you don't have the data connection.
Oh,
You may
that's
not
right.
have
You
other
usually have.
sensors in it. Yeah, so we're focusing on the phone.
Yeah,
for
that
right
that
now.
makes sense.
But yeah, so overall we see voice is really the way to interact with this. So it's kind of nice that this is all here, but honestly we could try a couple of other things like this. What's the weather like?
It's 68 degrees and partly cloudy in San Francisco.
Now the car has a great GPS in it, so we can use that in the phone and get a better query result. I didn't say San Francisco, but it figured it out. Or personal stuff like this. What's my next appointment?
Your next calendar entry is today at 12 p.m. The title is Lunch with Super Team at Blue Plate.
So usually I'd be futzing around with my phone, trying to
Right.
unlock it, find these. So this
It's
is
kind of
much
like
easier.
having Google Now on a car screen.
You're very perceptive. That's very similar to what it is actually. We're using the same set of technologies. We've
Yeah.
just adapted them for the driving experience as
So
well.
even though you don't look down to mess with your phone, but still, would it grab your attention off the road? I mean, you're supposed to be looking at the road, but if you're communicating, talking to the device, then
Yep.
would you still lose your focus on driving?
I think the way to look at this is if we're trying to be safer, right? Being safe is a hard concept to grasp. Being safer is easy, right? Is
Yep.
this safe? Well, no.
No.
Is this safer? Yes.
Yeah.
So if people are already doing this, let's just try and make their behavior safer by giving them a better alternative.
Right, because you can stop people from looking down at their phones. I mean, something that they're doing
Exactly.
already.
So this is what we're trying to do
Okay.
is to actually make this happen by focusing on voice controls and the systems in the car that our partners have already spent
Right.
many years making perfect for driving.
How many partners do you have right now in terms of cars and applications?
For cars, the best place to go is to look at the Open Automotive Alliance website. I think there are upwards of 30 or so right now.
Yep. Well, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's I think it's because it's a good idea.
Okay. Well, I come from Thailand, but we don't have this many cars. I mean, this type of cars. Would it work in Thailand as well, or?
Yeah, it just uses the data planner from the phone. So if there are some things that are different in Thailand, perhaps maybe the map, then there may be an alternative there. But yeah, I mean, we haven't announced all the countries that we're going to be launching in fully. But yeah, our goal is to have this in the hands of as many drivers as possible.
Okay, let me summarize this in Thai real quick. คุณผู้ชมคะตอนนี้เราอยู่ในรถยนต์ที่มีการใช้ระบบ Android Auto นะคะสิ่งที่เห็นค่ะก็คือว่าคุณดีแลนนะคะก็ได้เอาสมาร์ทโฟนของตัวเองค่ะมาต่อเข้ากับระบบของรถยนต์นะคะซึ่งก็จะทำให้สิ่งที่สามารถเห็นได้บนหน้าจอสมาร์ทโฟนไปปรากฏอยู่บนหน้าจอของรถยนต์สิ่งที่ Android Auto สามารถทำได้หลักๆมีอยู่3อย่างด้วยกันนะคะอย่างแรกก็คือการใช้ Navigate หรือว่าการใช้นำทางไปที่ไหนก็ได้แล้วก็อย่างที่2เนี่ยก็คือการใช้ในการช่วยเปิดเพลงความบันเทิง งอย่างที่3ก็คือว่าไม่จำเป็นที่จะต้องก้มหน้าลงแล้วก็ส่งข้อความเองเพราะว่าใช้เสียงในการสั่งการได้ทั้ง3อย่างที่ว่ามานี้ค่ะสามารถใช้เสียงสั่งได้ทั้งหมดแล้วก็คล้ายๆกับการที่เอา Google Now มาอยู่บนหน้าจอของรถยนต์ทำให้เราไม่จำเป็นต้องก้มหน้ามองโทรศัพท์อีกต่อไปคุณดิลันบอกว่ามันจะปลอดภัยมากขึ้นกว่าเดิมเพราะตอนนี้เนี่ยยังไงก็ตามก็ไปห้ามคนไม่ให้ก้มหน้าส่งข้อความหรือว่าเช็คข้อความได้อยู่แล้วใช่ไหมคะเพราะฉะนั้นก็ทำให้ปลอดภัยมากขึ้นด้วยการเอาไปอยู่บนหน้าจอรถยนต์แล้วก็สามารถที่จะมองถนนได้เหมือนเดิมอันนี้เป็นประโยชน์ที่ดีของ Android Auto นะคะเขามีพาร์ทเนอร์ค่ายรถยนต์มากมายแล้วในตอนนี้แล้วก็คิดว่าจะมีมากขึ้นต่อไปในอนาคตด้วยสู้ชิงว่ามันมีประโยชน์มากแล้วมันทำให้การใช้งานโทรศัพท์ของเราเนี่ยเรายังอยู่กับมันได้โดยที่มีความเสี่ยงในการเกิดอุบัติเหตุน้อยลงด้วยค่ะและนี่ก็คือ Android Auto ค่ะ